Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to deal with strong negative emotions. Now, for starters, why is it important to deal with strong negative emotions? Because an emotion is our energy. What our energy is what we're attracting into our life experience. So if you're feeling negative emotion on a regular basis, you're attracting negative experiences into your life on a regular basis. And we want to fix that. We want to correct that. We want to, in a healthy way, process negative emotion so that we can get it out of our system and start feeling positive emotion so that we're vibrating on a positive level. And now we are attracting more positive experiences into our life. Okay, very important, very key, especially if you're a student of the law of attraction. So let's talk about that. That is one of the biggest struggles that any student of the law of attraction faces is strong negative emotion. Now, no matter who you are, you're going to feel negative emotion. And chances are really high, you're going to feel strong negative emotions from time to time, especially as we have started on a journey to improve ourselves and improve our vibration. Old patterns, old negative things are going to come up, present themselves to us, and we need to know how to deal with these strong negative emotions in a healthy way. And I'm going to share with you guys how to do that. A lot of the material and concepts I'm going to present to you today actually come from Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. If you haven't read this, I highly recommend getting it and reading it. I'm not going to specifically quote or read anything from his book today, but I want you to understand everything I've learned about this can basically be found in his book. So I highly recommend getting that book and understanding it. Now, the concept here is that you've got everything is energy, okay? Your body is energy, your thoughts are energy, your emotions are energy, everything is energy. And we as living beings are constantly in movement. We're constantly in motion. We're constantly feeling emotion. Throughout our life, we accumulate different experiences and assign different meanings to certain times of our life, certain things that happened, and we're going to feel strong negative emotion from time to time. If we don't process that negative emotion in a healthy way, it's going to remain stuck in our body, stuck in our field. They're continually haunting us until we allow that emotion to surface and we process it and heal it and send it on its way. And I'm going to share with you guys how to do that right now. When you feel a strong negative emotion, the number one thing is you have to be aware of it. When you start on a journey of spiritual awakening, it can sometimes take quite a bit of work learning how to be aware of what emotions you're feeling. Now, I started on this journey about 8 years ago, and I remember for like a number of years, I didn't know what different emotions felt like. I didn't even know. I didn't have an awareness of what was what, and I had never been taught what different emotions feel like. I knew some basic ones, like I knew when I was mad or angry, maybe when I was a little sad. I could kind of feel them, but then I would feel emotions where I'm like, I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel great, but I don't know what this emotion is. And I didn't know what it felt like to be genuinely happy or safe and protected. I didn't know. So the first thing is you have to be aware of what emotion you're feeling. And the way to do that is to just start asking yourself all day, throughout the day, what am I feeling right now? And also study all the different emotions. Understand what the emotions are. There's a lot of material on the internet where you can go pull up emotional guide charts and you can start seeing what emotions are what and what's associated with what emotion. So you need to be aware of what emotions are what and when you're feeling those emotions. So number one is awareness. When you're feeling strong negative emotion, you need to be aware of it, okay? And there might be times when you're not aware of it. You're just on autopilot and you're just angry at something or something is going on or you're sad, but you're used to resonating in that, and so you don't notice it for a period of time. This can happen. That's why I bring up awareness. It sounds basic and simple, but it's really absolutely key. So you have to know what you're feeling. You have to feel the energy of that emotion. Okay, so having awareness. When you're aware of the negative emotion, how do you deal with it? Okay, how do I explain this? the first thing you need to understand is that you are an eternal being. You are not the body, you are not the mind, and you are not the emotion. You are a spirit. You are something different. You have your spirit and you have your body, and they are combined. Okay? When you are observing life, when you're observing things, you can start to get the sense and feel that it's not your body observing, but it's something else. It's your higher self that's doing the observing. Okay? So you want to separate your higher self from your body in a healthy way. You're connected, but you want to notice the difference. When you notice the difference and you have an awareness of what strong negative emotion you're feeling, what you want to do is observe the negative emotion from the higher self. So you want to disassociate yourself from the negative emotion as much as possible and go, this emotion is not me. It's just an energy that I'm feeling right now. It's just an emotion. That's all it is. When you come to terms that you're feeling this negative emotion and that it is not you, it now gives you power to observe the negative emotion from a different place. Now, the third thing is you want to allow yourself to feel that emotion in its fullness. You don't want to suppress the emotion or hide it or be afraid of it. You have to let it surface. You have to let it process through your body. Allow your body to react to the emotion accordingly so that it can process it and release it. Now, how do you do that? First thing I want to say is when you are allowing yourself to feel a negative emotion, you don't want to act out on the negative emotion. If you're feeling anger and you're allowing yourself to feel anger, that does not mean go punch somebody. That doesn't mean go break your TV or punch a hole in the wall. You're allowing your physical body to feel the emotion, but you're not acting out. You're just observing it from your higher self. So you're having a strong negative emotion. You have an awareness of it. And when you get there, you can start to formulate. You can feel your energy start to condense and formulate. It's like clay. And you're taking that energy and you're observing it, and now you're concentrating it and you're condensing it and you're feeling it. You're allowing your body to process it completely. You can feel it being squeezed out of you. Like an ooze. It's misting out of every pore. It's coming out. Now, as you observe it, don't act out on it. Sit in the emotion, allow it to fully process, allow the emotion to come up and feel. If it makes you cry, then cry. If it makes you shake because you're scared, you're allowing yourself to feel a fear that you have suppressed, it's okay. Allow yourself to feel the fear. Let your body respond. When you're doing this from the position of your higher self, you will actually start to notice in time that emotion, as you condense it and release it, starts to go away, and you quickly start to feel better. You will start to feel refreshed. Now, I've had to deal with some insanely strong negative emotions from my past, and I had to go through this process myself. And this is the only process I have found that truly, genuinely works, that clears it out of your field permanently. It's the only way. This is the only way. I've tried all the different techniques, and some of them can have beneficial help. TFT tapping. There's the book, The Emotion Code, where you do, different gestures with your hands. There's all kinds of different ways to do this. But if you do not allow yourself to process the emotion, you will never release it. You have to process it, feel it, and then release it. And the more you do this, the better you get at it. And then as you're doing this, you're clearing your field, the less strong negative emotion you're going to feel. I used to have, when I first started on this journey, I had a lot of strong emotions. Now, I almost never have a strong negative emotion. Periodically, I'll have negative emotions. And once in a while have some strong negative emotion. But now that I know how to do this technique and I've gotten pretty good at it, I can process them rather quickly. When it used to take me days or weeks to process a super strong negative emotion, now I can do it within like 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes in just minutes. So as you get better at this, as you do this, you'll get better at it, learning how to condense that energy, let it be there, and let it flow out of you. Okay? It's okay to feel negative emotion. It's okay to let it surface. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel lonely. Whatever negative emotion, it's okay to feel anger. Just don't act out on it. When you feel it, go into the observer mode, observe it, be aware of it, allow it to come up and process. Let your body feel what it needs to feel to process it, and let it flow out of you and let it go. Let it out into the universe. Let it remove itself from you. Your higher self only resonates in the highest frequencies of love. So when you go back into that seat of your higher self and start to observe and let it flow out, and you stay there, and after it flows out, the only thing left there is the presence of love. And as you feel it go out and you feel better, it's unbelievably refreshing. But you have to let your body process it. Now, there's a very important aspect. I hope you're watching this entire video, not getting excited and trying to go do this without listening to the whole thing, because it's important you understand this. If you are not aware and you're not fully processing and letting go, you will continue to hold on to that negative emotion and take it with you throughout the day. So let's say you start the process, you're observing it, you're allowing it to process and flow. If you don't allow it to release, you'll stay there while it's processing, holding on to it still and taking it with you and repeating the pattern of that, whatever that negative emotion is. So you have to go through the letting go process. You have to let it go. Let it process, let it flow out of you. Don't let it flow up and hold on to it and go, oh, well, I'm going to allow myself to feel sad so that I can process it and stay in the sadness. You don't want to stay in the sadness. You want to get a feel for what the energy of that feels like, condense it and release it. Let it go. Allow yourself to feel the emotion, but you don't hold on to it. Process it, allow yourself to feel it, and let it go. Now, this can be very scary. If you have not allowed yourself to feel negative emotion before, it can be very scary because your ego tries to kick in and say, whoa, 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 it's not safe to allow yourself to feel this. Don't go there. Don't do this. And you can get scared and be like, I don't want to feel this. This is not fun. This is scary. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. That's natural. That's the body fighting against letting it go. Allow it to come up anyway, no matter how scared you are. I personally find it's best to either sit down or lay down when I do this process. And as you practice it and get better at it, at first you might let the emotion come up and not let all of the energy go. You might only be able to let go like maybe 20% of it or 25%. And you're like, okay, this is too scary. It's too hard. But you let some of it go and you push the rest back down and do it again tomorrow or later. It's going to continue to surface. As you're awakening to these concepts, precepts, as you're doing this, things are going to naturally start to flow. But remember, your goal is to feel good. Your goal is to feel happy and joyous as much as possible. But you can't do that when we have emotions trapped in our bodies that we're holding down. You have to let them process and go, even if it's scary. You guys, I hope that this information has been helpful for you. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to shoot me a comment down below and ask a question. I'm not a medical professional. I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist. I'm just a dude who likes to read and better myself in any way, shape, or form that I can. I'm open-minded. So always see your medical people, doctors. I got to put this disclaimer in there. Don't trust me, trust them. Okay, this is what I do. It works for me. I believe that it can work for other people, but whether it will for you or not, I can't say. If you're on meds, don't stop taking your meds. Do what you got to do. Disclaimer, blah, 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 blah. Hey guys, but like I said, I hope this is helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future uploads. My intention is to help you. Right now, I'm not getting hardly any views on these videos, but that's okay, because I believe that as I share information that has helped improve my life with you guys, that it can help somebody else, even if it's just one person or two people. It doesn't matter. I enjoy making these. I hope it helps you guys. Hey, I'll see you next time. Peace out. Process those emotions. Get happy.